Hey, welcome back to the show. Welcome to Shaun Spins. This is episode 17. I never thought I would have to make an episode talking about what I'm going to be talking about, and here I am. I always thought this channel would be about art and music. Yet, during this week, I've discovered misinformation and just hateful things on the internet before. Yet, last night, I discovered just hateful talk within the vinyl community, or as people like to call it here, the VC. Unbelievable to me. Something dealing with the arts, music, poetry, dance, it should be full of love and positivity and all-inclusive. And I don't even know where this hate is coming from. I imagine some of the individuals that have this hate in their heart has music in their collection that they have no idea that some of the individuals might be gay or... It's unbelievable to me. Like, they might have music in their collection that the person might be transgender, yet they don't know. And times in my life, I've been in a record store and someone might come in and go, "Yeah, I want some of that. We want some of that music. Yeah!" And a friend of mine at the store would say, "Do you think we should tell them that members of the group are gay?" And they didn't know. And there's another band a long time ago, a hardcore band, that people would be the same way, like, "Yeah, we're into it." And the singer used to be like, "Yeah, yesterday I was performing a sexual act to the guitar player backstage." And he would say that people would go, "Huh?" and act completely shocked. But to see and hear hate within a community talking about music makes no sense to me. And to come off as being a channel talking about music, yet you're spending more time making fun of someone's sexual orientation, who they are, or just making fun of people, makes no sense to me at all. It doesn't belong anywhere in the world, nonetheless on something dealing with art. And as I said, it doesn't belong in the world at all. And this idea too, like, I saw one individual like picking on someone in the comment section, like, "Are you talking to me? No, you better not be talking." Like, unbelievable. This is like going to a comic convention or a Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons convention and picking on individuals there. Like, are they almost picking on people within the community here because they don't think they'll say anything back? Because that's not going to happen. And I know for me it's not. I've been teaching a lesson on David Warnowowicz, the artist. And he has an idea that if there's a piece of gum on the sidewalk, most people won't be bothered by it. Yet if there's lots of gum on the sidewalk, something's going to have to happen. Someone's going to have to intervene. And he talked about how the arts will come together to speak out on an issue. And that's what was happening in his lifetime in the 80s when he was speaking out, and lots of artists were speaking out about what was going on in the world at the time and speaking out for change. Well, Du Bois felt the same way during the Harlem Renaissance, that the arts, music, dance can speak out for change. So I'm here to tell you, I'm one of those big pieces of gum on the sidewalk that I'm going to speak out. I'm going to speak out using the art, speak out using my voice, my writing, you name it. I just couldn't get over that somebody would make fun of someone for their sexuality. And you're supposed to be a channel dealing with music. That doesn't make any sense to me. Or just making fun of people in general, too. I'm not understanding that. And I've seen and heard quite a few channels that are supposed to be dealing with music and just full of hate. I don't understand it. There's no place in the world for this kind of hate. Anywhere. Any channel. There's more to do in life, and life is too short. The fact, too, that an individual might hide under, like, freedom of speech. Like, I don't remember the freedom of speech, like me being able to just walk up to someone and go, "Boy, you are hideous." "Oh, I'm sorry, freedom of speech." Like, what happened about being polite and just being respectful? I had one other thing I wanted to talk about, because this came up for me earlier in the week. And like I said, last night when I'm hearing these things about the vinyl community, just put it all together for me. Last week, talking about misinformation on the internet, I was watching something on survivors of Auschwitz going back there and being quite emotional. And someone in the chat just went off basically what proof? And this reminds me of the debate that was going on in Texas. And a lot of the teachers in Texas were blurring their face and their voices, and they're changing it because they were scared to talk. No, I'm not scared to talk as an educator. No. I'm that big piece of gum. There is no opposing side to the Holocaust. Someone very close to me was there the day of the liberation, helping to liberate. There is no opposing side. It happened. I have some images here to share with you in case you're still going, well, there is no opposing side to the Holocaust. You know, growing up, meeting people with the tattoo on their arm, they didn't tattoo themselves in the 40s. There was no tattoo studio. That was done on purpose to take away, there is no opposing side. The Holocaust happened. You know, here are some images of people in town walking through the camp so they would know what happened. They were taken there after the fact. The soldiers were brought to a theater to view what happened. And I almost feel like sometimes people are starting to forget what happened. And, you know, I'm here to tell you, it happened. It's not fake, it's not made up. And just like I said earlier, there's no place for hate. So I highly recommend, if you come across anybody full of hate, these lies, just bullying, all this stuff, report it on the YouTube. I also recommend using this site. This is the HONR network. This was founded by a father whose child was killed at Sandy Hook. And you can report on that site. Scroll through it a little bit. You can get an idea of what I'm talking about. I recommend doing both. And these individuals might pop up again, yet we have to have solidarity and unity in putting positivity and love in the world and acceptance. I couldn't get over how a person was making fun of someone for their sexuality. So no record today, and I just wanted to make this really quick. And I couldn't get over the level of bullying and stuff, and no, I'm not putting up with that. There's no room for hate. And artists and stuff, musicians, poets need to get together and express that there's no room for hate. So I hope everybody's well, and I'll put a link down below too for that website, for another site for reporting. And, you know, be nice to each other and take care of each other. I will leave you on this episode with this image drawn by a child that was killed during the Holocaust. This drawing represents a family and individuals being chased away by the military and individuals in town with pitchforks. As I said, this child was killed during the Holocaust, in case anyone is still out there thinking there's opposing sides. It happened.